Welcome back, YouTube. Here we are again for another 1v1 series, this time between Frost 9 and 1000 Rangers. Frost 9, for those of you who do not know, he has a history in Deathmatch Michi back on the Voobly platform. Ross was at, Welcome back, YouTube. Here we are again for another 1v1 series, this time between Frost 9 and 1000 Rangers in a Portuguese Civ War game. No treaty, AI computer market in the corner so they can trade and get gold. Right off the bat, you see 1000 Rangers going for a fast rush with 2 onagers right now. Frost 9 currently has 2 bombard cannons. For those of you who do not know, Frost 9 actually got his start within this game on Michi, back on the Voobly platform. He was actually a part of a clan called Frost. It was Frost Clan. And Frost 9 was actually known as the number 9, or Rasmus, if you know him. There's quite a bit of history right there, with the whole Frost clan being one of the top Michi clans back in the day, if not the top Michi clan back in the day. Frost 9 with Cavaliers and Bombard cannons preparing a defense. 1000 Rangers coming in with full onagers right now to rush cut it as quick as possible, with stables in the back ready to produce Cavaliers. 1 castle going up right now for Frost. I'm assuming he's going to be using the organ guns. For those of you who are I guess you could say who are unsure about Portuguese, the organ guns are essentially a scorpion to some extent. They can target multiple units, but they really do their best when they are in massed and supporting a larger army in front of them, more like a meat shield. Costly army to use, to create in Deathmatch Michi Turbo, as they do require a lot of wood. Barracks coming in play right now from Rangers on the front line. In terms of economy management, Frost 9 is down to 700 wood. So he is maximizing wood production units, which means he will have to focus on wood gathering. He has no farmers and down to 7,000 food. Rangers, on the other hand, has the opposite in terms of economy. He has higher numbers throughout all 4 eco. So microing the bombard cannons from Frost onto the Cavaliers and the onagers. Now we have full entry into Frost 9 space. A massive amount of Cavaliers coming from Frost. Looks like Rangers is gonna try to bait him into his own organ guns and onagers. So he rushed and then met opposite fire or enemy gunfire and pulled back. I believe he's waiting for bombard cannons of his own, or maybe more onagers. Cavaliers going into play from both players. Onager micro shots from Rangers onto Frost's army. And the Frost cannons coming in to eliminate all of those onagers. And just like that, Frost 9 is now in the lead on the score. Cavalier action coming in, and it looks like Rangers is going to overpower him. With the sheer size of his army, hand cannoneers in the back line with onagers and bombard cannons, Frost 9 has amassed bombard cannons and organ guns and some onagers. Cavaliers going back in to the action. But the problem is food. Frost 9 is not farming. And if he wants to keep that cavalry production going up, or continuing, he's going to need more farms. And right now he only has 10. Bombard towers in play now. Hopefully, I think Frost 9 is hoping to hold him here until his farms get up to where they need to be in order to support his cavalier army. If he's even going to choose to go that route, but he has a lot of gunpowder. A lot of gunpowder units. Cavaliers coming in to wipe the villagers, building those bombard cannons. Onagers coming in. He has trebs. A lot of trebs coming in from Rangers. 12 of them. Bombard cannons to counter those are only totaling at 5, with an amassed army of around 52 organ guns from Frost. And you see the Cavaliers fighting one another. Frost 9 defeats those. With Rangers having the superior economy, I think it's safe to say, I was going to say assume, that Rangers could potentially win this game. Trebs moving in for the kill now. Frost 9 at 12 bombard cannons. He needs to micro those to take out the enemy trebuchets. Rangers coming in with more forwarded building production from bombard towers and military buildings in general. I believe that, yep, we have eco buying in the market. I think the only way that Frost 9 can actually push this back is if he holds a firm defense with his bombard cannons and takes out Rangers' trebs while he slowly increases his farming production. Beyond that, I don't see Frost winning this. If he cannot gain a foothold here, if he cannot stop this push coming from Rangers. A lot of idle villagers from Frost. That is not good. Trebs moving in forward. You have a total of 4 from Rangers. Bombard cannons are making work of them, so to speak. All of them are now gone, which is a good thing for Frost 9. We're going to zoom out. We're going to box in this area here. And if we're going based on these 2 lovely, beautiful bars alone, Frost 9 has a superior army force. But the problem is the bombard towers, they need to get destroyed. Trebs coming in now, finally, from Frost 9. Gonna zoom out, check around the map. It looks like no one is going to be doing any raiding. All of the fighting is going to be going on right in the middle of the map. Frost keeps pushing with his Cavaliers and then luring into his organ guns. So that way Rangers, Cavaliers die to gunfire. That's what we have right here, see? Luring them into the organ guns and making work of them. Look at the health too, they're going down quickly, evenly actually. Not as fast as they should be, or could be. More trebs coming in now from Rangers. I don't see that many bombard cannons from Frost 9. He has a total of 5. He needs to focus his efforts on destroying them. If they keep pushing forward more, Rangers is gonna get in. A lot of organ guns from Frost with 32,000 wood, still more than Rangers, but it's fairly close. In terms of food, gold, and stone, however, that's where Rangers is ahead. Looking around, we have a raid coming in from Rangers with Cavaliers and bombard cannons up on the north side of the map. He's also pushing in villagers to create bombard towers. And he is now targeting farmers and stone choppers, miners. I wonder if Rangers is going to push his way into the trade. Walls and gates coming in from Frost to lock off the middle so he can focus on that northern raid. A lot of Cavaliers from Rangers. And he has 8 villagers on Frost 9's side of the map, which is not good. He's going to do some damage. The fact that Frost 9 is now having to split his army means that he is now overpowered in the middle because he had to fight back off that raid. So all of his army is up north. Well, half. That's my mistake. Rangers advancing with his siege in the middle. Cavaliers staying close by them to support. Looks like Frost 9 has beaten off that middle push, but now Rangers' army is inside of his base and heading towards the trade, which means that Frost 9 now has to react to that and still worry about the raids from the top side of the map. And 54 Cavaliers now heading into Frost trade. He's pushing back in the middle, but the problem is this group of Cavaliers right here, 53. Frost 9 is now down to 66 trade carts versus the 106 trade carts of Ranger. In terms of food, Rangers is still ahead with 86 farmers versus Frost 9's 58 farmers. Wood, Frost 9 has a lot more. Well, around, we'll say 6,000 more. Yeah, that raid into the trade really messed up Frost 9 because now it left the opportunity open for Rangers to fully advance into his base. Rangers utilizing the walls as protection for his onagers to micro shots onto Frost 9's Cavaliers. Zoom out and check this area out, scope it out, and you can see that Rangers has a superior army force in the area, and he can sustain this with the amount of food that he has. Frost 9 selling wood for gold, but it's not going to be enough. Especially with the amount of trebs that Rangers has right here in the area. 17 trebuchets and more on the way. So 18 trebs on the way or currently doing damage. And a superior Cavalier fighting force, which is now heading directly into the trade of Frost 9. And with his current gold count, he cannot handle taking more losses. Up north is still locked down by Frost 9, so now he only has to focus on the middle, but he has to eliminate the trebuchets. And stop the raid in his trade path. I need to find someone to do these commentaries with. I think that was a castle that dropped. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Archers coming in. I don't know why Rangers is making archers. I would have rather made hand cannoneers. But to each their own. It works. And Rangers are still in the trade with 2 Cavaliers. Frost Knight coming in with an assassin-like wall, trying to limit the pathing of Rangers. That is good, and that is also bad. It's good because, yes, you do control where the enemy is going to move, but it's bad because now they can put their siege behind the walls and fire safely onto your own buildings. You got to know where to do it, when to do it. Basically. Alright, we're gonna box in this area. Another portion of the gate has been opened. Or of the wall has been opened. I'm sorry. And Rangers is sending in 28 Cavaliers in. Correction, 33 Cavaliers in. With more on the way. All this is going to do is force Frost to split up his army again to go stop that, and it's over. GG from Frost 9. I did not expect to see that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of the second game in the series. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.